Nobody respected me. People interrupted me when I spoke. They ignored my opinions. Some even treated me like I didn't exist. At first, I thought the problem was confidence, so I tried to speak louder. I tried to explain myself better. I tried to prove my value. But the more I tried, the less people respected me. Then I discovered something uncomfortable about human psychology. Respect is not given to the person who tries the hardest. Respect is given to the person who understands power. And power is rarely loud. It's quiet, it's controlled, it's deliberate. The truth is this: most people lose respect without realizing why, and I was one of them. I was always available, always explaining, always trying to make people comfortable. I thought this made me a good person, but psychologically it made me predictable, and predictable people are rarely respected. Because human beings instinctively value what feels rare, what feels controlled, what feels emotionally stable. The moment I understood this, everything started to change. The first lesson I learned was this: stop chasing approval. When you constantly seek validation, people sense insecurity. They may not say it, but they feel it, and humans subconsciously lose respect for people who constantly seek acceptance. Stoic philosophy understood this centuries ago. The Stoics believed your value does not come from other people's opinions. It comes from your internal stability. When you stop chasing approval, something interesting happens. People start wondering about you, and curiosity creates respect. The second lesson was emotional control. Before, every criticism bothered me. Every disagreement felt personal. Every rude comment triggered a reaction. But reactions are signals. They show people where your emotions can be controlled. And when people see emotional instability, they feel power over you. Marcus Aurelius once wrote that you should be like a rock. The waves crash against it, but it stands firm. When you stop reacting emotionally, people notice, not immediately, but slowly. They begin to realize something about you is different. You cannot be easily shaken, and stability commands respect. The third lesson was silence. This one surprised me the most. I used to explain everything, my decisions, my thoughts, my actions. But explanation often signals doubt. When people constantly justify themselves, it shows uncertainty. But silence creates authority, because silence creates psychological tension. When you speak less, people listen more. When you explain less, people assume confidence. And when you react less, people feel your control. I remember one moment when this realization became clear. A group conversation. Before, I would talk a lot, trying to contribute, trying to prove my intelligence. But this time, I did something different. I listened. I spoke only once. Short sentence, calm voice, and then I stayed quiet. Something strange happened. People paused. They looked at me, and suddenly my words carried weight. Nothing about my intelligence had changed. Nothing about my knowledge had changed. Only my behavior changed, and behavior changes perception. Stoic philosophy teaches that respect is not something you demand, it's something you demonstrate, through discipline, through emotional control, through silence.
Most people spend their lives trying to be liked, but respect and likability are not the same thing. Sometimes the more you try to be liked, the less people respect you, because respect comes from boundaries, from emotional control, from self-possession. When people see that you control yourself, they assume you can control your life, and that assumption creates authority. But here is the final truth most people never understand. Respect begins internally. If you constantly doubt yourself, people will feel it. If you constantly seek approval, people will sense it. But when you become stable inside your own mind, something shifts. Your posture changes, your voice changes, your presence changes, and slowly people begin to treat you differently. Not because you demanded respect, but because your behavior made disrespect feel unnatural. This is the Stoic way. Control yourself, control your reactions, control your words, and the world will slowly adjust around you. Because real power is not loud, it's calm, it's disciplined, and it's impossible to ignore. If you want to master psychology, power, and Stoic mindset, subscribe to the channel.